So Modern Warfare 3 Season 5 kicks off this next week, and with that means we'll get a handful of new content, including maps, modes, warzone changes, and more. But from a functional perspective, the most important part, to me at least, is weaponry. Season 5 brings along with it 4 new and returning weapons, new aftermarket parts, and more. So today we're running down our usual seasonal weapons video. So as we go along, drop your thoughts down below on what you're looking forward to, or if you hope to see anything else in the meantime. Drop your thoughts, drop a like, and of course, make sure to subscribe for more Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 6 upcoming, and XDefiant content in the future, along with other FPS coverage. I'd love to have the community as we chase down 600,000 subscribers. But for now, let's get into it. So let's start out with the launch weapons here, the things you can play with on day one or work your way up to because they are in the battle pass. Firstly, the static HV. This is a brand new submachine gun coming in the battle pass. It's going to have 18 levels associated with it, but it's described as bring compact lethality to the battlefield with this small SMG chambered in 5.7 by 28 millimeter. The weapon boasts a high rate of fire and significant ammo capacity with a base of 50 rounds in its factory magazine. Like a bite-sized LMG, the static HV keeps on firing through even the thickest of fights. Overwhelm your opponents with a hail of fire and use Gunsmith to specialize in hip fire, tac stance, or ADS. Try different ammunition attachments and test out various muzzle and barrel combinations to squeeze out the most out of this close quarters needler. Now, for me, I love the idea of a base 50 round mag, but also at the same time, if that's the case, it kind of sounds like you're gonna need it. With a high rate of fire and what appears to be a build favoring exceptionally close range, my mind immediately comes to a cross between the Stinger sidearm that we have now, which is insanely lethal, but in super short ranges, and something like the WSP Swarm, from the same family, but a bit more for range. So we'll have to wait and see, but it seems like we'll have another bullet hose here coming within Season 5 for that SMG category. Now, next, the other weapon included with the launch is the STG, an assault rifle coming at launch with 21 levels associated with it. This one, it's described that it heralded from the age of the assault rifle as a global standard. Fully automatic and chambered in 7.92 by 33 millimeter, this is a hard-hitting primary weapon. That power results in a signature recoil pattern that, though noticeable, is easily controlled for accurate fire. The weapon's high-quality iron sights potentially free up an extra attachment slot if you forego an optic. Fine-tune your playstyle in Gunsmith with attachments like a 60-round mag and the recoil-reducing Jack BFB aftermarket part. However you build it, its powerful base ensures that you'll come out with a reliable weapon. Personally, for me, I'm really looking forward to the return of this one. For all the crap that we rightfully give Vanguard, that gun was a lot of fun. Overused and annoying at times because it was so good, but a fun gun to use. Detailed as hard-hitting, I'm curious to see if it's going to have a bit more hard-hitting nature than Vanguard, with a trade-off of potentially more recoil, because the STG in Vanguard, and especially in Warzone, was kind of that sort of jack-of-all-trades weapon that you could use at any sort of level of skill. It was a very easy weapon to control, but it also didn't have the best-in-class damage that it was, again, it was a middle ground weapon in some aspects, but still, because it was so easy to use, it was a top tier weapon, if that makes sense. But the way they described it here with this makes it seem like the recoil may be a larger deal than what we saw in Vanguard. But if it's anything like what we saw in Vanguard and Warzone in Caldera, my God, we're about to witness the rebirth of the laser beam meta, because that thing did not move if you held down the trigger. But that's what's coming at launch here. Later on in the season, of course, we do know we're going to get more weapons, as we normally do with the mid-season update, and those include 2 additional ones. We'll end up having the Spear, which is a melee weapon in mid-season via the Battle Pass sector, that redacted or classified sector that will come and offer up a couple of challenges. It has 6 levels associated with this as the Spear, but it says fight like the ancients with a throwable spear built for the demand of modern combat. 3 spears are provided at each spawn. They throw fast and straight, with a reticle provided to account for various distances. Thrown spears can be retrieved from the environment, and at least 1 should be kept for the weapon's rapid piercing strikes in close quarters. So the key details there, yes, they are throwable, and you can add a reticle, kind of, it seems like, but I kind of feel like that's just going to be on your HUD. I don't think it's actually going to be an attachment. You also get 3 of them, so you can throw them all, you can throw none, up to you. And also, again, found in that Battle Pass sector at mid-season, meaning you're going to have to complete 5 challenges at mid-season to end up earning that. Probably going to be melee related, since the overall reward is a melee weapon, but we'll see in time what actually comes of that. And then finally, in terms of the functional weapons, you have the Torque 35 also coming at mid-season. This is going to be coming as of a weekly challenge, so you'll have to complete 5 of those in that probably week 5 whenever it's introduced, but it comes along with 6 levels as well, described as wield a compound bow with 20 retrievable arrows, a red dot sight for accurate shots on target, and a weapon inspection animation that shouldn't be missed. The bow's excellent handling allows quick follow-up shots, and in close fights, the option to fire off the hip keeps you light on your feet. Pull back for longer to increase the strength and velocity of each shot, and get creative with an array of ammunition options, including arrowheads equipped with thermite, explosive, and gas cartridges. Both the Spear and the Torque 35 can pin enemies against the wall, so stick your insertion points accordingly. So all 4 bows of any kind. A crossbow, obviously, we've seen plenty of times. The compound bow we've seen like in Outrider and Black Ops 3, but it'll be cool to play around with this one. Definitely, I think I'm going to jump in and try it out. But as always with Modern Warfare 3 and the weaponry on offer, especially when we talk about the upcoming season, is you have those 4 weapons, sure, but the nice part about Modern Warfare 3 is they introduced this aftermarket part system, which, while it's not brand new weapons in terms of like standalone weapons, functionally speaking, some of these aftermarket part attachments, or rather conversion kits in some cases, are basically new weapons. And with Season 5, we have 6 new aftermarket parts that are coming that can be unlocked throughout the entirety of the season, offering a wide variety of different gameplay experiences for these existing weapons. So starting with the Jack Widemouth Barrel, this is going to be something that comes along for the Moores Sniper Rifle. It's said it's crafted to accommodate a magnetic ball bearing that shatters upon firing, creating a barrage of small and lethal projectiles. So for those wondering, this is turning the Moores into the blunderbuss, an absolute favorite of Sledgehammer's, in which it is literally going to be a blast from the past. Looking forward to that one. But you also have the Jack Slash, which is going to be compatible with many weapons as an underbarrel attachment, but it said this underbarrel vertical grip doubles as a combat knife, replacing your melee attack with a lethal slash. So kind of seems like it's integrating that tactical knife from prior games into a regular grip format, but probably offering a quicker melee along with some recoil mitigating benefits. Cool little combination there, I think. The Jack Protean is going to be available for the RAL LMG, where it's going to turn the RAL into a highly adaptable prototype weapon with a telescoping barrel that can be toggled between full and semi-auto fire, offering suppressive fire or becoming a precise firing weapon. The Jack Cataclysm is for the RPK, which is going to turn this into a 50 cal conversion for the RPK. Slow yet powerful with a high capacity drum mag. So it's going to pack a punch on that one. I do think it's cool that we are still seeing, again, Modern Warfare 2 weapons being integrated with the aftermarket part system. They're not just playing around with only their weapons. Big fan of that kind of stuff, carrying back to weaponry if people still really like the Modern Warfare 2 content. The Jack Devastators is going to be available for the Reclaimer 18 shotgun, which is gonna give you dual wield akimbo Spaz 12s. So that, just like we ended up seeing with the Wardens or the Model 1887s, it'll be fun to play around with probably. That's going to be a whole shotgun spam week. And then the Jack Death March is going to be available for the Ball 27, where this is going to replace the standard ammo with a high voltage power cell and the barrel with a photonic scatter barrel, giving you a lethal laser blaster at this point, which they say is good for close range. So it sounds like we're kind of going back to Advanced Warfare with this one. Don't know exactly how it'll play, whether it's a constant beam like the EM1, doesn't seem like that, whether it's like the Ohm or the AE4, something else maybe, but interesting to be going back to some laser weaponry again with this one. So a lot of the aftermarket parts we've seen kind of mimic older classic weapons in the COD franchise, and that continues here within Season 5. But that is the weapons that we know of for Modern Warfare 3 Season 5, so that, I think, is where we're going to wrap it up. Let me know your thoughts down below. Is there any weapon in particular that you guys are looking forward to in particular? Anything that you're hoping to see added either in this season or in the future, maybe as a surprise update or in Season 6? Let me know your thoughts down below. But if you guys enjoyed the video, you found it out all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 6, X-Defiant, and more FPS coverage. I'd love to have in the community. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Modest Man Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care and peace.